So anyway, welcome everyone. My name is Lennix. I'm the director of OKEx today. I'm very happy to have Sean in DeHorizon, the recent Jumpstart projects that have been launched on OKEx. We have a very deep relationship with DeHorizon for a very long time. So today I'm very excited that we can talk about that, the original purpose of the reason, the rationale of DeHorizon, or what do you guys want to achieve eventually.
Of course, yeah. So, hey guys, my name is Shane, founder of DeHorizon. I'm super excited to be here with OKEx folks. So speaking of DeHorizon, people might curious about why OKEx choosing us at be the third Jumpstart program on OKEx. Well, part of the reason why is the blockchain fund from OKEx actually investing in us in the early days, and give us a lot of support. So that's why it makes sense, to go list on OKEx. And also speaking of the DeHorizon, the main reason why I want to do DeHorizon is, we want to create a game that is play for fun and to earn, instead of just play to earn. Because majority of the gamify project right now are sort of like too focused on the earn side, which I think it does make sense for like crypto people, but it doesn't make sense for the mainstream, like the people who love play game, right? I mean, if you're a game project, that you have to make sure you have fun. So that's why how DeHorizon created. We want to make sure people have the experience in the virtual world, just like a virtual carnival or Disneyland in a metaverse. That's what we want to create, and that is our ultimate goal as a DeHorizon. And right now we have 3 different game titles under DeHorizon. We will say the first DeHorizon game called Diverse. It's actually GVG group versus group game that will starting internal tests literally like in 3 weeks, which is January. And then from January 1st all the way to January 31st, we'll have this internal test campaign with all the community and the investor and partners. We'll literally just be like, team DeHorizon versus team, whatever, maybe OKEx, right? So you guys can set up a group and play with us as an internal test, as an early supporter. And then the official live will be, Valentine's Day next year, which is February 24th. And then right after that, we'll have our second game out, which is Battle Royale game, and called the Tournament, right around April time. And the third game we are creating is Dragon Riding game. People are actually can choose a dragon, choose a character to do like all these like Quidditch game and the scoring the ball, scoring the ball, right? So you can think like all these game title that we are creating is not like it's not like a fully kind of like AAA quality. I won't say that because first of all, I'm super humble. Like I don't want to tell people like, hey, we're creating AAA game. But a lot of people know if you're trying to create a AAA game, it takes a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of energies. Yeah. But the reason why we want to sort of like create this DeHorizon is, every single game title you can think as a gameplay or a playground for the metaverse, which means it is a game, but also it's actually a playground that as an avatar you can just go play, just like a Disneyland theme park. Disneyland actually have different theme park, and then you can enter into different theme park and just have maximum experience on it. And top of that, what we're creating right now is all the character in different game can mix and match. So what that means is for diverse game, that the first game we are creating, you can use that character. If you turn this out to own that character, you can actually use that character to the second game, which is the tournament game, Battle Royale game, to mix with the other game's characters to play. This is kind of like a Metaverse 1.0 roadmap that we are doing for our very first stage. But second stage, what we need to do is actually, maybe one day we are allowing like sandbox characters, X Infinity characters to come into our Metaverse and use their own avatar to play in our battleground, like GVG or Battle Royale, right? Imagine how crazy it'll be you owning Axie and beating with someone else like who's having like sandbox character in our playground. So that is the true Metaverse that we are trying to create. First of all, Metaverse 1.0, we use our own IP, own characters, but the second Metaverse that we're creating 2.0 is like mix and match for everyone, just like Ready Player One movie. You're literally seeing like Gundam is fighting with Jurassic Park dinosaur, right? So that is the super high level about DeHorizon. And I'm super excited to create it because it's kind of like never seen before in the game space.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned right the very good last sentence that you never seen this happening before in the game space. But just during the game development process, once you consider crypto, blockchain, or in-game marketplace, what actually, or tokenomics, what you can say, what actually changed your design process of in-game mechanics? Do you have to consider a lot more, or actually is similar or consideration or design that you previously worked before?
So I'm trying to understand a little bit more, right? So you're asking like the economy and token economics in our game.
I think you're going to make a game right now, right? For example, without what the differences between with crypto or without crypto, right? During the design of game economics and mechanics, whether or not crypto elements change substantially on how you make games.
Yeah, so of course, so the difference between the token in a game and no token in a game, I'll give you very easy example is for the traditional game, people are only playing this game for fun and they are leveling up all the way to the max, and the way they want to make money is go to pro, right? So just like a League of Legends, Call of Duty, you have like tournament and get a reward, right? But it's more like money in, but there's no money out. If you really want to make sure people have a next level of fun, then it must have to have some financial value, which is the token, right? So the more you play, the more you earn. You don't have to worry about if you want to go pro or not. If you're starting building the game, if you start playing the game, you can make some kind of profit already back while you're playing, right? You don't have to go pro, just having fun. That's one thing. The other thing is, if you like all the game assets in the traditional game is actually owned by the developers. It's not all truly owned by the players, which means players cannot truly involve, right? So in the crypto games, we are doing like NFTs, right? So NFT actually is kind of like proof of ownership. So that's why people can truly own their assets, and then they can use token to provide the liquidity for the NFTs. So that's why this is like so different than a traditional game, because you have NFT, you have tokens, you prove your value, people can truly own their assets. That's the most sexy part for the crypto games instead of just traditional. And I think in the future it will be like all the game will have like crypto or NFT mix and match with it, because this is the future for the gaming.
Do you see it's actually already happening? Like the existing game studio already start considering pivoting to crypto games.
Of course, like Ubisoft, one of the biggest mobile developer so they are into crypto. They are all in crypto right now.
All in crypto right now. What's the new development on Ubisoft? Are they going to launch Assassin's Creed crypto version?
Yeah, I think a lot of game studio actually have done some crypto game project secretly. But Ubisoft is quite unique. I don't know if they have their own unique crypto games, but they definitely starting investing a lot of crypto games, like Animoca, right? So and a lot of games like they've been working with a lot of crypto games using Ubisoft branding. So I'm pretty sure these guys really want to get into it, but they are too big. They're too big. They're I don't think they know like as much as crypto like knowledge like us. So that's why they're starting to invest in it, and get a little bit more about what crypto is, right? What crypto games is. But I'm like 100% sure that in the future, majority of the game dev game studio will actually get into the crypto space, because it's hot money, right? It's like, game in the future, it will transfer from a game to a metaverse. So that's why people are talking about metaverse nonstop, because metaverse is a mix of like social, game, and financial.
So I think one of the reasons that game studio would like to pivot to NFT or crypto game space, is part of the reason is because of obviously capital, a new capital chasing around GameFi. Do you think that it is easier for game studio to raise money, especially indie games developer, to raise money if they pivot to crypto games? Right? Is it easier for them? Because right now, if you want to make AAA game, you obviously only majority mega games still manage to do it. But if you talk about indie games, if you're talking about new game developers, do you think that crypto already changing the landscape of how game is going to be funded?
Yeah, so it's right now, it's fairly easy. If you say you're crypto games and you're indie studio, small studio, you might can raise some money, but it's just the beginning, right? But in the long run, if you don't know what you're doing, instead of just chasing after the money, then you will fail. Just like 2017, everyone's just trying to do a public chain. If you say you have ability to do a public chain, improve a little bit, then you will raise tons of money. I'm talking about like 10 million, 20 million, even $100 million back in 2017, right? Well, it seems like right now it's the same, right? Every studio just say every game studio, a lot of game studio will say like, yeah, we're creating crypto games and providing like a token into the economy, but that's not true, right? They just want to chasing from the hot money, and a lot of people actually don't know how crypto runs, right? How to run like a blockchain game, because a blockchain game, you need to run community first instead of only focus on developing the game. For the crypto games, you have to starting building a community before the game start, right? Give people faith, give people a confidence that you can do it, right? So it's just so different. I don't think if you say you are indie game studio, they want to do crypto games. I mean, I'm sure they can raise money, but not big money, and people are not stupid, right? So
You're right. So I think even the game studio developers, they need to have an understanding that blockchain games is still very different than free to play game, right? The game economics is so much different. You actually involve the building an ecosystem. You actually be responsible for the price of the token. Is actually, I think is to me, I think it's added another round of complexity of making game. You're not just making game, you're also making a marketplace. You're not making. You also need to be responsible for this dynamic marketplace and organisms.
Agree. Yes.
Yeah. So what is the next plan that you're going to really focus? Because I think there's already so much GameFi already popping out everywhere, right? So what is the how are you trying to distinguish or differentiate yourself in terms of a game title or strategies?
Yeah, of course. So the next plan, the next stage, like the next thing we want to do is really just want to focus on product. Always focus on the product, because right now, I see there's a lot of games saying that they are making AAA games and never have timeline. They raise big amount of money, but gods know when are they gonna release the game, right? So we just want to focus. Like right now, we recently closed our new funding round, that 8.5 mil. But we just after closing the money, the number one goal is make sure the game is out, focus on product to prove ourselves.
Right.
That's the main goal that we are focusing right now. And obviously what we will have like the NFT sales, the DAO, and staking, but I still think product first, game first is the first priority where we are doing currently, and next few months, next 6 months to 8 months.
Cool. Yeah, one of the challenges on Axie, for example, right now is people need the entry barriers too high just to play, just to own a very simple Axie. The entry barrier, they got all the valuation, they got all the things. It's very exciting. One of the top-notch project, but actually, they when I talk to their founder, they also encounter the problem that what's the next move for them to invite even more users, because right now the game economic design is the barrier is already so high because the market bidding it up. Do you think how you're going to solve this problem? What you address on this? Think?
Yeah. So as our game, like we actually in our game we actually require at least one hero. Like you have to buy at least one hero to get into the game. It's like entry tickets, and that's it. And then all you need to do is just make sure you play, you win, and then you get constantly like a lot of money. The entry barrier is there for crypto games because if there's no entry level, if there's no money in, then there's no such the pool. The pool will never get bigger, because foundation will obviously put money into it, but also the tickets, the revenue that the foundation have will actually give out 90% of that revenue to the community to get like a play to earn, right? So I think the entry level is there. If you ask me how do I position that, the entry level, I think since this is like very new, the entry level is there. I think I can get it. Like I understand, but in the future, we should be able to get everything for free to enter to play. And we will be like for our second game and third game, it's probably gonna be free to play. But if you wanna make more profit, if you wanna gain more assets, then you still need to do some stuff and make sure you get a return.
Cool. Yeah, I ask these questions every single time because I'm a hardcore gamer before. I'm not sure you play games called Diablo before.
Of course, I play World of Warcraft, Diablo, Zelda. Grew up. Then I play a lot of FPS game as well, like Call of Duty, Halo. I'm both for both of Halo and Call of Duty. I'm pro player as well. So League of Legends as well. So Diablo is the classic game that we play back in the day.
My question is because if you remember Diablo 3, they have a marketplace before. They have a marketplace that you can sell Diablo in your loot, right? You can sell your loot into your marketplace. The marketplace is actually a matching engine. I played before, and that marketplace. So eventually the market, everyone's playing playing Diablo 3 and having a loot. But then after a while, Diablo 3, which is the marketplace, become the dominant way to playing the Diablo. The people, instead of playing the game, they were just do trading stuff like buy low and sell high in-game items. So eventually, Blizzard had make a decision to have to kind of like delete the marketplace because they think the marketplace defeat the purpose of loot, the fun of the looting, or playing the actual games. So what do you think, whether or not, how to balance between fun and trading? I think it's a pretty difficult question.
How to define like fun and trading is like you have to make sure you're fun first, and then the trading will growing naturally. I think the reason why Diablo marketplace got shutting down for the reason is, well, obviously people find out there's a need to trading game assets. Want to make return back, and Diablo actually give them an open door for it, right? But I think this is good. This is a good thing, but I don't. If you want to pair with fun and trading, I still think we should do both in a parallel. You know, the more fun you have, the more trade you will have. Just like OpenSea, right? Why people collecting NFT? Because they think they like that arts. They think it's fun, right? So that's why OpenSea gets so popular. Same as Diablo. If Diablo issue a token by that time, then
Yeah, it's going to be
like, it's gonna be huge.
yeah, it's even. I think Diablo token will be worth more than their shares.
Yeah, I know exactly. So people find out the needs for trading the game assets. So that's why GameFi is so popular right now.
Correct.
NFT is so
You're right.
popular. So I think this is the future. Diablo actually found the future back in the day, but they didn't know how to handle it.
Correct.
And the time isn't right because there's no such a blockchain.
They have artificial inflation too, so so everything's artificial too.
Yeah, there's no NFTs. So if there's an NFT, then I'm sure Diablo will blown away.
You're right. You're right. We're
the number one NFT platform on the earth, right? So I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I think very fun to talk to you. Maybe the last questions to be, I think, what do you think about that game fit in the metaverse? What do you, because you mentioned already the metaverse 1.0, and you also mean that you mentioned 2.0. So what's the future look like in your vision?
My future, our future metaverse will be looks like a mix of different avatar across the metaverse, and we are creating them a land, household, playground, concert, social life, literally like everything mixed in one platform. We are not limited to just like you have to choose our own avatar to get into the world, to the metaverse. We're more than welcome if you have all the assets from all different games. Just come into our playground and play and involve. Well, I don't care if you're 2D or 3D. I don't care. It might look weird, like 2D character interacting with 3D, but I don't care if you if what kind of form you're having for your avatar. We are creating an infrastructure in a game way, which means the infrastructure is literally like a game. Is a game. And then if you find out you cannot create a value for avatar or liquidity for your NFT/avatar, then come into our game and we will give you liquidity and Eden Garden to kind of like have next level of like the liquidity or the value for your NFT. So in the future, you will see DeHorizon is more like a playground. It's like a carnival, right? So people owning different assets. Well, if Fortnite decided to use blockchain, then we're more than welcome to use Fortnite characters into our game and play with the others, right?
Cool. Yeah, I envision that because eventually every game is look like a metaverse, right? We have maybe 1,000 of different kind of metaverse that you can play your avatar, different kind of ability and different kind of character within, and you can navigate your avatar and resources and trade your resources across thousands of different kind of game/metaverse. That would be so fun. I agree. That would be I would say game 2.0. We are not relying on AAA stuff anymore.
Yeah. Because everyone's saying they're creating metaverse, but did you guys really think about this is the true metaverse? I think a majority of people can't answer the question that for the true metaverse, it's not like close the door, making your own metaverse. It's actually open the door, creating your own character, make sure your character can go to the other metaverse to evolve, right? So that's the future. Mix match with different avatar in different metaverse.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, so very happy to talk to you today. We actually our guests learned a lot. We are so exciting that
You as well.
DeHorizon we're going to be trained and on board and OKEx. Hopefully we have more integrations, and you can tell us directly to us how OKEx can help you to grow in terms of community trading or liquidity provision, anything that you need. I think OKEx and our OKEx user will be very happy to integrate with you and play and try your own game and give comments on your own game. So anyway, very happy to talk to you. See you there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.